The king of the kitchen counter, Vitamix will whip your produce smooth and turn the toughest nut to butter.
It feels just like a very powerful motorcycle when you grab the throttle and you go rum, rum, just like that.
This power tool for your kitchen has a spin so intense it can turn cold veggies to hot soup through speed alone.
One of the things that people love about a Vitamix is the versatility of all the different things that you can make.
From the creamiest peanut butter to the thickest power shake, nothing masters mashing like Vitamix.
It performs unlike anything else you've ever experienced before.
It takes a mere 15 minutes to whip this machine from bare bones to boxed. The process begins with the motor in the shell case.
What I'm doing now is I'm wiring one of the shells.
The case is fitted with a pulse switch and the start and stop switch. Wires are added to make the connection to the motor.
Putting on a dial, putting in the neutral position for Justin here.
Then a motor is inserted in the base and various wire attachments are made.
So we got a one that's actually uses for a start button, and then we have the line motor so the motor actually works.
Vitamix uses 25,000 miles of wire per year. That's more than enough wire to wrap around the world.
And we have the neutrals to make the whole machine work.
Once the machine is fully wired, each setting is tested.
The 750 is incredibly powerful. There is a lot of power in that puppy.
A 1,300-watt motor with 2 horsepower can rev the blade speed up to 240 miles per hour. The blades are one of the secret ingredients to this machine.
The actual design or the engineering of the blade is such that it both slices and pounds like a hammer mill.
Once the stainless steel blade is forged using a top-secret process, it's added to the full blade assembly.
What we got here are these mounts that we're going to connect washers and the blade to. Just stack them in here with the spline side down so that it's secure. I'm going to build on top of that.
An automated process takes care of the final tightening.
Hit this button here to go back to the main screen, and then it just starts the cycle right here. Green is good.
Another thing that makes the blade assembly unique is that our blade assemblies have 2 sets of bearings. And those 2 sets of bearings keep the blade shaft perfectly aligned.
Perfect blade alignment is only one element that puts this machine in a league of its own. Another is the motherboard.
The control board of the Vitamix Blender is really the brain of the unit that is sending messages to the motor to adjust the amount of power to maintain that speed.
With particular programs like the soup setting or the smoothie setting, the speed and cycle timing will automatically vary so that your soup will be hot and your smoothie will be cool and both will be creamy.
Now these programs are different. They are actually programmed with a computer to slowly ramp up and then reach a high speed depending upon what's being made.
Another feature that makes this machine work like magic is the design of the container.
It's meant to take the ingredients and push them through the blades and back up, and it literally creates almost a vortex.
The containers come in from a separate factory in Cleveland.
First, they're very durable. Second, you can see into them, and having a visual to what you're actually blending is often very helpful.
I check the bowl, make sure there's no scratches on it. I also check the blade, make sure that it's not too tight. I place the bowl over the blade.
Unlike most blenders, the Vitamix blade assembly is permanently fixed to the container to keep the blade safe from damage and the assembly alignment from faltering.
I grab the retainer nut. I check for any imperfections. I use this machine here to tighten it until I get a green light.
A green light means the blade assembly is permanently fixed to the container.
It has to be perfect so we can have the perfect quality for our machines.
For Vitamix, perfect quality goes beyond manufacturing. One of the first goals set in the early days of the company was to master the process of breaking down food while holding on to all the original nutrients.
Oh, my great-grandfather started Vitamix in 1921.
At the time, a blender was typically only used to make margaritas. The idea of using it to eat healthy was revolutionary.
The first blender was very much like everyone else's blender, but we were selling it differently. We were selling it for a different concept of using it at home to eat healthier.
And by 1937, they designed the blender to be more durable, versatile, reliable, and powerful.
We had enough power in our product and how it was designed that it would actually heat soup.
That's right, no cooking required. The Vitamix will actually take your cold, raw vegetables and turn them into hot soup.
And the Vitamix really became a category in itself.
Putting brawn before beauty, this blender is not on your kitchen counter for display, but to make you the best food you'll ever taste.
You know, when I was growing up, we would make a lot of bread and make a lot of fresh peanut butter. You just spread it on whole wheat bread you just made out of the Vitamix, and it's like heaven. It's amazing.